Guillotine. Good morning. They won't let you type my name. What? YouTube be on some weird shit. Really? Wild as hell. Hit that like button, y'all. I don't see nobody else in the chat. I only see, Flying Guillotine. Okay, that's crazy. Good morning, Florence. Yo, good morning, good morning. Freedom marchers, freedom family, freedom lovers and freedom fighters. Snapzilla Gorillas in the building, hitting y'all upside the head with this morning paper. Good morning, everybody. Y'all up in here clowning, huh? I ain't playing nobody's NBA young boy, old boy, middle-aged boy. No, we're not doing that. No. You won't get me playing that shit. Anyway, how y'all doing this morning? It is Monday. Salute to the brother, Stormy B-Man. Salute to you, brother. Stormy B-Man's in the building. Make sure you drop your link. Make sure all y'all drop your links. Listen, is Black Spring Autumn in here? Anyway, hope you guys had a great weekend. I am feeling a lot better. Wasn't really feeling too bad, but definitely getting my voice back. You know how I go. And man, the hits just keep on coming. Just when you thought Floyd Mayweather couldn't get more coonish. What's up with that dude, man? What's up with Floyd Mayweather, bro? Like, that dude go out of his way Kelvin Black, salute to you good this morning. Salute to you, good brother. That dude, Floyd Mayweather Jr., goes out of his way to tap dance, and it's pretty obvious, right? And recently they had this Republican Jewish coalition meeting. Okay, what the fuck is a Republican Jewish coalition? What the hell is even that? Republican Jewish? Yo, this shit is getting crazy, man. Like, no, it's interesting how the Conservative Party and even MAGA are being in the middle. They are infighting. They are going at each other's throats, right? Some dude came out and blasted Tucker Carlson. You know what I mean? It's crazy. Like, but what's crazier is Floyd Mayweather dressed like and he is just I don't know what Israel did for Floyd Mayweather. What has the J community done for Floyd Mayweather? Anybody know? Did they buy a whole shitload of his tickets while he was fighting? Like, did the Jewish community overwhelmingly and openly support Floyd Mayweather during his boxing career? Stormy B, man, I would love to get your take on this whole situation. I know you don't really get into politics, but Floyd Mayweather is a boxer, and I'm interested to know what you think. Maybe you could tell us, has he gotten overwhelming support from the Jewish community during his career? Who has uplifted Floyd Mayweather the most during his boxing career? His 50-0 boxing career, where he's netted he's netted over $1 billion in his entire career. Who has given him more support? When has Floyd Mayweather ever come out and say, black folks, black Americans, I'm with you 100%, blah, 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 no matter what? When has he ever said that to the black community? Anybody know? I'm gonna have to stop and get gas. Can anybody tell me? Floyd haven't been black since he was pretty boy. Well, you know, Floyd Mayweather, yeah, story. I didn't think so. Floyd Mayweather has never been openly pro-black. He has never said, oh, you know, I love my folks. As a matter of fact, salute to Black Spring with Autumn in the building. Salute to you, Queen. I believe when this whole thing was going down with BLM and all that. Now, I'm not a BLM person. The organization, I'm not with BLM. But the idea behind the Black Lives Matter movement, I'm behind that for particular reasons. And Floyd Mayweather could have shown some solidarity for the black community. He didn't, right? When Gucci was doing their shit and they had the weird things going on with their clothes, he said, I'm gonna go buy me some Gucci. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do what I want. All lives matter. All this bullshit. He had never stood in solidarity with the black community. Neither has Israel, for that matter. When has Israel ever given a shit about the black community? I mean, Benjamin Nosferatu, he said he wanted to go into Africa and liberate Africa. He ain't got no goddamn interest in liberating the motherfucking thing. He want to go up in there. He want to, listen, I'm going to be talking about this at another time, but Donald Trump has set his sights on goddamn Nigeria out of nowhere. Just so y'all know, give y'all a heads up. He going at Nigeria, threatening Nigeria. Nigeria is supposed to be a U.S. ally, but that's going to be another lie for another day. But think about this. Benjamin Nosferatu and Israel has never, when have they ever stood in solidarity with black people? When has Jewish people in general, when has it ever happened? Like, real talk. Think about who has stood in solidarity with the black struggle outside of black people. Nick, can y'all name a group? Outside of, you got some white folks, whatever, during slavery, right? And the Democrat Party, so supposedly, allegedly, but they don't really either. See, the Democrat Party, they have underlying, they do those microaggressions. See, the Democratic Party, the Republican Party is openly racist, right? You know where they're coming from. You know that. But the Democratic Party, as far as the elite class of the Democrats, they take a different approach. They take the paternalistic approach. Paternalistic. What do I mean by that? Well, they treat black folks within America like we they children, right? So we don't get respect from the Democratic Party as a formidable allies, as someone that they should support. No, they look at us like, oh, here you go, children. We know what's best for you. We're going to do what's best for you, but they never do. So what do? They recruit these black politicians in the Democratic Party to kind of like, look what we're doing. Look, we uplifted this black person and that black person. But what are they getting done for the black community? Every time they have an opportunity, what do they say? Oh, when Obama was president, oh, I'm the president of the people. I can't specifically do nothing for no black folks. Oh, I can't do that. I'm the president of the United States. I can't do nothing for the black folks. Meanwhile, he got reparations for the Japanese. He got reparations for the Holocaust motherfuckers. Yeah, he was able to get LMNOP couples, get them to be able to get married. Didn't he throw the rainbow on the White House? Oh, but I can't do nothing specifically for no black peoples. So far be it for me to be surprised about Floyd Mayweather. Yeah, I mean, he has never stood up and been outspoken for the black community like he was just outspoken for, outspoken for Israel. I mean, it's completely diabolical. Well, goddamn, okay, all right, a little chocolate. I love me some chocolate. Anyway, I love me some chocolate. I just saw me some chocolate. Oh yeah, I love me some nice slim thing too. Ooh-wee. I like me some slim chocolate. Anyway, let me stop. Hold on, guys. I got to get this gas. Enjoy some music while I do so. Shout out to Stormy B Man. Shout out to Stormy B Man for inspiring me to play me some music. during my live stream. So look, shout out to Stormy. Stormy B-Man says he was the rainbow in the White House. No shit. God damn it. Fuck Obama. I'm seeing cake and chocolate. I'm seeing chocolate and cake all over the place. Ooh wee. Anyway, y'all. Man. Ooh wee. Gas station caked up today, boy. I tell you what, Bobby. We see you, Shelton. You're there, brother Shelton. I don't know what's going on. Damn. Anyway. So yeah. Well, like, listen. No elite class motherfucker has ever stood up in full solidarity for the black community. Right? Not particularly Floyd Mayweather, so it's not like I was ever expecting him to. But the amount of glaze, the amount of tape licking this dude is doing, like, this is not the first time either. Yeah, that's what's up. Yeah, for sure, Stormy. He's never done it, so it's not like, I just find it interesting that he would go so hard for Israel and never have any interest to go nearly as hard for the black community that he belongs to, that has actually uplifted and supported him, and he wouldn't be shit without the black community, real talk. And yet you vote for them. I don't vote for shit. Who you talking to? You ain't talking to me. You got me fucked up. You must be new to the channel. I don't vote for anybody. I don't vote for rulers. You got me fucked up. Help Trump, right, Skylar? Help Trump support your local billionaire. They need our help, right? Because that's all we doing. Yeah, I don't vote. You got me fucked up. Devo, yeah, you must not know me very well. Why would I vote for the chains of my own oppression? Why would I do that? If you don't vote, you can't talk politics. That's the stupidest shit I ever heard in my life. I can talk politics. You know why? Because I know politics, and politics affect my life. So I can talk about it the fuck I want to. Don't come here telling me what I can talk about and not talk about, you fucking asshat. You got me fucked up. If you vote, if you are a voter, it's more applicable to say that if you do vote, then you can't talk about politics. Hot Air Bro says, this guy writing in the chat. Well, your hair is more hot than mine because you're typing behind a letter. I'm showing my motherfucking face. So if you think I'm spewing hot air, if you ever see me in person, see how that works out for you when you say it to my face. Yeah, you talking all that? Yeah. Yeah, I didn't vote. Exactly. And if you voted, you're an idiot. You want to go there? Because see, I explained how me not voting gives me more right to speak about it than a voter does. I've already explained that. And people familiar with my channel Like, salute to Orange Lily for you. Salute to you, Queen. Type shit, Louisville, Kentucky. I don't give a fuck about none of that. Anyway, I've already explained how me not voting gives me more of a right to speak than your dumb ass. Yeah, I've done that before. I've done it. I've explained it. But I don't think you have the sense to comprehend it. I'll just say it real quick. If you vote for a person to rule over you and someone else, you vouched for that person. Yeah, you stood up and said, I support this person, I vouch for him. And if you vote for him, then you're basically saying that whatever he does, I'm riding with it because I voted to put that person in place. You back that person by voting for them. Yeah. And if you vote in the system in general, whether your guy wins or not, guess what you're saying? You're putting your trust and faith in the system by voting. You're vouching for the system of oppression that you're voting for. That's what you're doing. You're vouching for it. So when you vouch for it and you give it credence and you give it your power, right? You give it your credence, you give it your power, you give it your backing, then you are vouching for the system. So if you vouch for the system, then you're saying, well, if the system does some crazy shit, if it commits tyranny, if it commits oppression, if it commits slaughter, if it does all these things, I gave it credence. I gave power into it. So, in essence, the voter gives the system the power it needs to commit the tyranny. And thus, you made your bed. Yeah. You made your bed by voting. You said, hey, go ahead and do what you want to do. Whereas the person that didn't vote, we said, no, I'm not going to breathe life into the system. I'm not going to consent. I'm not going to vouch for this ruler or that ruler. I'm not going to vouch for the system because I don't trust it. I don't trust the government. I don't trust the system. I don't trust these so-called representatives and presidents and mayors and governors to act on my behalf and represent me like they should. Right? But here the system is being upheld by voters fucking with me every day. I can't talk politics. All right, I'm getting your ass out of here. All you doing is repeating yourself. Kind of an hour interesting scenario. Yeah. But you're affected by the system either way. Exactly. Exactly. And I'm only affected by the system because people continue to go out and vote for the chains of their own oppression. And those chains, guess what? They're on me as well. So I'm not voting for chains. I'm not consenting to be governed. I'm not saying, here, I believe in the system. So therefore, I do have a say. Because even though I don't vote, I am still affected because I live in this nation where you people consent to you transfer your power to the government. That's what you do. The word idiot comes from the Greek word that means one who did not vote. No, Mr. Right On, that's not correct at all. The ancestor were slaughtered for nothing then. Yeah, basically. Yeah. All right, Teddy Owens, you get the fuck out of here. You don't come in here and tell people what you don't have to listen, right? If you can't tell, you come in here and tell other people don't listen. Well, clearly you don't want to listen. If you're telling other people you don't want to listen, not to listen. So why the fuck you here? You ain't never got, hey, don't even worry about it. But you consent by staying here and participating, says Jerome. What am I participating in? Yeah, and guess what? I'm working on getting to a place where I no longer have to participate. Do I have to be affected by the system right now? Yes, I do. Yes. But what I won't do is continue to vote openly and for the change of my own oppression. Word again, the word idiot comes from the ancient Greek word Mr. Right On. That's not what you said. You said person who doesn't vote. And you want to give me these definitions to try to make me wrong. No, you did not prove me wrong. Good morning, Convos with Cam. Now, see, your citizenship is a real thing. Well, guess what? Guess what? I don't care what you're talking about, because denouncing citizenship does not do anything for you. Mr. Right On says, Google or Mr. Right On, I don't really care what you're talking about. I'm not using the Greek word idiot. I'm using the term idiot as it's used today. And having an intellectual disability. Yeah. Yeah. Now, if you want to go there, salute to Convos with Cam. If you want to go there, because I love how you gave me the original definition, but left out key parts. You kind of paraphrase it to make it fit what you wanted to say. All right, so let's go with the definition you only half-ass gave me. All right, the word idiot ultimately comes from the Greek noun idiotes, a person, a private person, individual, as opposed to the state, a private citizen, as opposed to someone with a political office, not involved with politics. So, according to the Greek terminology, according to the Greek definition, it is a person who does not have a political office. Right? So we're going to go with this definition. Then that means you're an idiot, I'm an idiot, Convos with Cam is an idiot. Everybody that's in the chat is an idiot because we don't hold a political office. That's not the definition I'm using. Right? It's just not. Simple as that. Oh, now it's cope. Now I'm coping. See how they go? They don't got an argument. So I'm owned. No, I'm not owned. You're owned. Help me understand. It says it right here. How is it that you're correct and you did not give the right Greek definition? You said someone not involved in politics. You can be involved in politics and not hold a political office. Now you're telling the chat to Google it. It's right here, you fucking idiot. Yeah, I called you an idiot. I participate, you don't, which makes you an idiot. To me, in my opinion, you're an idiot, Mr. Right On, because you are choosing to participate and take part in voluntarily in a system that oppresses you and commits tyranny against you. See, I don't do it voluntarily. I have to exist within this society as it is today because I was born in it. I was given a Social Security card and a birth certificate. I lived my entire childhood and half of my adulthood within the system. But now that I have an awareness, okay, I know the non-participators. What, a non-participator? Participant? No. It says, as opposed to someone with a political office. Do you have a political office, Mr. Right On? A person with a political office. So that makes you an idiot, right? According to your definition that you want to go with, you are an idiot because you don't have a political office. No, you don't. No, you don't. Because at first you just said you participate. Now you want to say that you have an office. Okay, so you are explaining now we have to research and be free like you. When did I ever say that I was free? When did I ever say that? You just lost a lot of views. I don't care. Scotia, you just lost a lot of views. You ignore the rest of us. Okay, goodbye. I'll tell you what, you ain't never got to come back. I'm a free thinker, but I still exist within the system and have to, it just is what it is. Until I get myself to the position where I can decouple as much as possible from the system, this is just what it is. It is what it is, y'all. I don't give a fuck what y'all say. When was the last time you ever admitted a mistake? Why are you concerned about that? Now you're attacking the straw man. This is what y'all do. Y'all attack the straw man. Because I showed you by your own definition, the one that you want to use, you're an idiot. And I'm an idiot. And everybody else in here that doesn't participate, that don't hold a political office, are idiots. Yes, he's moving the goalpost. He's attacking the straw man. I'm going with the definition that says a stupid person. It's in the dictionary. That's what I choose to go with. It is what it is. Oh, now you're launching ad hominems. Who don't participate are idiots. No, it says political office. If you don't hold a political office, you're an idiot. Don't get mad at me. Talk to the Greeks about it. Pretty stupid not to participate. The Sax to us says, oh, salute to you. Okay, salute to you. Anyway, no, I'm not triggered at all, Mr. Right On. You're triggered. Because see, now what you're doing is you're attacking straw men. Like, now you're talking about me being triggered because you can't prove me wrong. Anyway, Convos with Cam says, if you're not at least a council member, you are an idiot in your chosen definition. Exactly. It's as simple as that. Mr. Midnight Green says, would you propose systemless environment or propose change to the system? What would be your top propositions for systematic change? Well, I've spoken about this before. You have to start by decentralizing the government, right? You have to be strategic. The first thing you got to do is bring all the troops back to the United States. That's the first thing you got to do. You have to secure the country. You got to bring all our resources back. You got to stop giving money to all these other countries, because now you're going to have to focus on shoring up our country, because once you start to decentralize the government, the enemies our government has created over the decades by doing the bullshit they're trying to do in Venezuela and now Nigeria looks like, well, there are going to be a lot of people that are going to try to take advantage of the process. And so therefore, you start with that. Mr. Right On says, how can you bring troops back without participating? You see, this is what they do. What was the topic that brought us to this point where now Mr. Right On has moved the goalpost again? I said, I don't vote. I don't vote. I don't vote for oppressors. I don't vote for tyrants. I don't vote for rulers. I said I don't participate in the voting process. I don't go cast ballots, right? And then it became, oh, well, if you don't vote, you can't talk about it, which is dumb as fuck, stupid as fuck. So I explained how if you vote, you're vouching for the person that's going to be committing tyranny against you. That means that you're giving them, when you say, I'm going to vote for the lesser of two evils. Well, when you vote for the lesser of two evils, you're still voting for evil. So what does that mean? That means that if you're voting for evil, you ain't got shit to say to nobody who don't vote. Point blank and motherfucking period. I have more of a right if you want to go there. Anyway, you're accountable. Exactly, Kevin. If you vote, you're accountable for the government's actions more so than I am. Anyway, that's what it was about. Whether or not I do vote and why I don't vote. Voting. Voting has nothing to do with ensuring that we bring the troops back from every other country. Keeps collecting the government checks, banging on about being a veteran. Mr. Right On, you ain't got it, brother. There you go, moving the goalpost again. There you go. Now, oh, he's a veteran. Oh, he gets checks from the government. How do you know that? When did I put a one in the chat if I never said that I get checks from the government for being a veteran? When did I ever say that? Anyway, yeah, I told you, I'm a veteran. I got a birth certificate. I got a Social Security card. I participated in the military. Okay. What does that have to do with my state of being right now? Because see, you're launching ad hominem attacks. You're launching ad hominem attacks that have nothing to do with what I'm talking about. So you're launching ad hominems, you're attacking straw men, and you're moving goalposts. Because you're wrong. Anyway, the bottom line is this. I was talking about participating by voting. When you vote, you are actively and voluntarily submitting and consenting to be governed. Point blank and period. And that's what I said I don't do. Never said I don't do anything else. I say I exist in this society as it is, and I have to do what I got to do. I got to put myself and my family and my community in the right position so that at some point we can decouple as much as we can, because eminent domain is a real thing. Eminent domain gives the government dominion over your land, even if you're completely self-sustainable or self-sufficient. And it only is that way because people like Mr. Right On continue to vote. Yes. Anyway, so Floyd Mayweather, yes, Devin, the truth. He wants to know if I get money from the government. Why is that relevant? Sure, Eric, if you want to call it go along and get along, I don't really care. Yeah, we can call it that. Yeah. Jesus Christ, J3T says, I love what you're saying. I appreciate that. Now, Floyd Mayweather has never stood 10 toes for his own community. But here he is. He's doing it for Israel. I don't know when Israel ever did anything for Floyd Mayweather, but I can tell you that black folks, for the decades that Floyd Mayweather has been a professional boxer, black folks has supported Mayweather through everything. So I'm against voting. Yes, I'm against voting. But if people want to vote, that's up to them. Just understand that when you vote, what you're doing, when you vote, you are consenting to be governed voluntarily. Yeah. Floyd Mayweather, he has never come out and spoken so overwhelmingly supportive of the black community. I wonder why. Because for him, well, he don't care about none of that. But here he is. I mean, he got attacked in England. Remember that? Like a year or so ago? He got attacked by protesters. Not attacked, but he got confronted by people in England, in the UK, for his support of the genocidal government. What did Mayweather do now? I'm going to show you. I'm going to let you hear it. Hold on. Floyd Mayweather. He went to the American Jewish Coalition or Republican Jewish Coalition meeting and said this about Israel. Shit is wild. What? Hold on, y'all. You know what?
For the people in Israel, I will always stand behind the country of Israel. The one and only Floyd Money Mayweather. In Israel, I will always be here for you guys when you guys don't have a voice.
The Mossad perfected the art of blackmailing.
Can y'all hear it?
And like I said before, I'm not with you guys 10%, 50%.
I don't know what the hell's going on with this thing,
And
man.
like I said before, I'm not with you guys 10%, 50%. I will always be the voice for the people in Israel. I will always stand behind the country of Israel. The one and only Floyd Money Mayweather. In Israel, I will always be here for you guys when you guys don't have.
How the hell? Somehow. Can y'all hear it? RMC says, salute to Latressa. I don't know what the fuck's going on, man.
And like I said before, I'm not with you guys 10%, 50%. I will always be the voice for the people in Israel. I will always stand.
Y'all can hear it? I'm trying to play it through the... All right, this is some bullshit. But yeah, I mean, this is what Spartan virus, I don't know who you're talking to, but you can go on about your business somewhere. It is what it is. How you gonna always be a voice? Yeah, right? Floyd Mayweather had never been a voice for nothing. But this is what it is, man. Damn it.
I'm 10%, 50%. I will always be the voice. I'm not with you.
God damn it.
And like I said before, I'm not with you guys 10%, 50%. I will always be the voice for the people in Israel. I will always stand behind the country of Israel. The one and only Floyd Money Mayweather. in Israel. I will always be here for you guys when you guys don't have a voice.
When, first of all, when did Floyd Mayweather, when was he ever the voice of anybody but himself? When has he ever been the voice for anybody? Orange Lily for You says he doesn't advocate for his own people publicly. He does not even privately. He has no interest. I am that is says shit. Sorry, bro. I got a jet out. That's what's up. Salute. Thank you for stopping by in the first place. He's never. Floyd Mayweather does not advocate, but now all of a sudden he's going to be the voice for Israel, even when Israel doesn't have a voice. When has Israel not had a voice? Israel has never had an issue speaking up. Like, everybody speaks up for Israel goddamn near. They got the ADL, they got AIPAC, they got all these different organizations. They got Donald Trump, they got all but 2 senators are getting money from AIPAC. When have they not had a voice? But Floyd Mayweather's never spoken up and been the voice for his own people. Erica Sanders says he definitely paid him. Well, that's interesting you say that.
The Mossad perfected the art of blackmailing people. They've also perfected the art of industrial electronic espionage. Everybody snoops, but the Israelis actually are running the electronic systems for the U.S. government. But what I have found in the United States is that all of our politicians are groomed. You don't get to be president unless you're bought and paid for. Now, I've also learned that CIA, FBI, and NSA have been spying on and blackmailing all of our politicians. Veterans understand that war is for bankers, war is waste, and we should not be going to war in America. We need to close all 1,000 of our bases overseas and bring our troops home. One element of the deep state I didn't mention before was the secret intelligence community. Those are the people who are smuggling guns, gold, drugs, cash, and small children as part of the totality of the deep state shadow government enterprise. The Mossad perfected the art of blackmail.
This is what Floyd Mayweather is supporting. Now, I don't know who this guy is. This is my first time hearing this. After the Floyd Mayweather video, it strolled up automatically and started. It said Mossad was the best blackmailers. I was like, okay, let's see. Yeah. Right in your face. Mr. Right On says cry harder. About what? This dude's an idiot. Yeah, that's all Floyd Mayweather does. I mean, I'm pretty sure they're paying him well. And there might be some blackmail involved. Yes, absolutely. But see, Mr. Right On, guys like that, they try to come in and they'll try to distract. They'll try to steer you away from what the reality is. The reality is that the Zionist elite, whether they're Christian, Jewish, whatever the case, Floyd Mayweather, yeah, this is what it moves and shakes. This is what the Zionists have their tendrils in everything. They have been working methodically for decades to infiltrate, to place themselves in certain positions of power. So that to the point where you're not even aware of it. They're behind the curtains. And they put these people out in front of you and give you the impression that they're in power, but they're not really in power. Right? They're not. I mean, look at Jeffrey Epstein. Jeffrey Epstein was a facilitator of child sex trafficking for many, many people. And a lot of it was through blackmail, right? That's how he was able to be a power broker. He was a power broker using money, using these children, and blackmail. This is what they do. Jeffrey Epstein was just a Zionist that they sacrificed, right? They threw him under the bus. And now you have Kash Patel saying, "Oh well, yeah, he wasn't trafficking anybody to anybody. It was there was no other there were no other people. It was just Jeffrey Epstein." Do y'all really believe that? Jeffrey Epstein may have had ties with the Mossad, with, you know what I mean? So this is what they do. This is what they do. Mr. Midnight Green says it's kind of interesting though. Why would Israel say who would be a great speaker for us? And they picked Floyd. To kind of, I don't know what they thought. I think they probably thought that it would draw in the black community, or I don't know. Mr. Right On says, I don't have a clue what a Zionist is. Sure, buddy. Big Chris Entertainment says, I appreciate you taking time to show these dumb trolls the receipts. Hey, man, you know, it is what it is. You got to do it. Yeah. Yeah, Latresi had the whole bank behind him. Divine Truth, I let them speak, because we have to see there will always be distractors and detractors. You can't escape them. So trying to hide them is not going to help. I want Mr. Right On to come in and say the shit so y'all can see what you're really up against, because the only reason people can commit tyranny, the elite can commit tyranny, is because the people allow them to do so. Mr. Right On is one of those people that will allow and try to convince other people to allow and let the government continue to commit tyranny. They'll tell you to go vote. Oh, go vote. Oh, if you want to change something, you just got to go vote for somebody better. Well, and then it just continues the cycle. Mr. Right On wants you to continue the cycle. Mr. Right On is probably an agent. He's probably, or he's just a troll, or he actually believes this dumb shit he's saying. Or Lily For You says, how much black taxpayer money goes to the country's free healthcare and free college? A whole lot. Because even, all right, so let's say Israel gets these $3.8 billion a year normally from the United States. That $3.8 billion might be earmarked for something other than college and other than healthcare, but they can offset the cost with that $3.8 billion. So either way, they get $8.8 billion that can go towards paying for college. That does not come out of the taxpayers' money. It doesn't come from the Israeli taxpayer, because, well, they get the $3.8 billion from us. We pay for that shit. And just so y'all know, in New Mexico, they just passed a bill, a law, that gives everyone in New Mexico universal child care. Okay? Everybody. So it doesn't matter. There is no sliding scale there. It doesn't matter what your income is. Anybody in New Mexico can get free universal child care. And they did it kind of the right way, right? They did it the right way, which congratulations to New Mexico, right? I will give credit where credit is due. No, he doesn't care about the U.S. Anyway, so in New Mexico, everybody can now get free child care. And it doesn't come from taxpayer money. It comes from the oil. The oil companies, they get taxed a certain percentage, right, of what they yield and what they sell. It comes from the corporation. They pay for that child care. That's where they're getting it from. Farmy says the one hell of a water bottle. Hell yeah. Shout out from Denver, my house. Salute to you. Big Chris says, Trump said, I love the poorly educated. It sure is a lot of dumb public school dropout class clown trolls in here today. For sure, for sure. See, Mr. Right On wants to attack another straw man. He wants to try to distract and take you down another road, asking me what Zion means and what a Zionist is. And I choose not to answer because I don't give a fuck what you're talking about. Because all you're going to do is move the goalposts again once I give you the answer. Or Lily for you says child care or fees here are through the roof. I don't have children. I worked as a nanny. Yeah, I mean, it's crazy how much child care costs. So that's what we got going on. Democrat and Republican, right? I mean, to make the corporations pay for it, I think because in New Mexico, they're getting the oil and all that stuff, and they got oil companies there. They're getting the money from that. And it only makes sense because, you know, the state controls, the government of the state controls the state. And they only can do that because they get the money from the people within the state. So essentially, yeah, it makes sense. Salad Slap says Zion in Christianity in the New Testament, the term is used to spiritually represent God's spiritual kingdom and the heavenly Jerusalem. Yeah, I knew that. I just don't feel like answering this asshat. Mr. Right On, that would not prove that I'm a clown if I did not give you the answer. Salute the brother Insane. That's not how that works. That's not how that works. Seth Santian says, yeah, because blackmailing politicians represents that definition. Yeah. What are Zionists now? Zionists are elite class people that want to control the world. They feel like they're supposed to inherit the earth. They want to bring about the end times so that they can inherit the earth, right? That's the whole point. So they create scenarios. They have all these machinations, and through deceit, through lies, through murder, through assassination, through terrorism, they will try to achieve that end because they want to inherit the earth. And Jerusalem is the center of the earth into them. They believe that because of what the Bible says, they're supposed to inherit the earth. Well, they're tired of waiting. So they do whatever they can to bring about their end goals, which is to inherit the earth and control everything. Yeah, exactly. One world government. The Greater Israel Project. I mean, it all leads down to that. All the evangelism in this country, all the Zio Christians. See, it's not specific to a certain religion. It's basically, it's in the Bible that they feel like that they can do this. And they want to be in control. They want to have control of everything from the seat of Jerusalem. That's why they're doing what they're doing. Salad Slap says emanetize the eschaton is generally a pejorative phrase referring to attempts to bring about utopian conditions in the world and to effectively create heaven on earth. Yes, and they have to destroy a whole lot of shit to get their heaven on earth, right? They feel like if they make certain things happen, they can bring about that. Yeah. That's what Zionism is about. They are scrambling. The bullshit's not working anymore. And it's going against their little prophecy. Big Chris says, I only debate my equals. All others I teach. Keep on ignoring that dumbass hat troll. Yeah, fuck him. Yeah, no, I agree. Carolyn Lowe, salute to you. Salute to you. Yes, hit the like button. Heaven is just a room that we cannot be touched on earth. Yes, hit the like button, y'all. Muslim are better? No, I don't, you know. They're all Abrahamic faiths, right? I tend not to get into all that because it's just religions. Insane says heaven is within you. Yes, I mean, yeah. I just, because, you know, religion has been used to commit countless atrocities on this planet. And, you know, they just, it is what it is, law. It's just, I don't think there's really much of a difference. Des T says hello. Salute to you. But all right, guys, I got to get out of here. Thank y'all for hitting the like button. Yeah, Floyd Mayweather. Yeah, you on that bullshit. Religion is the same thing as gangbanging, pretty much. Yeah. It is what it is. Thank you, heirs to thee. Yes, I am feeling better. Mr. Midnight Green says, keep on free thinking. I will. Salad says, you are shredding the Jews, so you will shred any religion, it seems. Not shredding. Has there not been atrocities committed in the name of multiple religions? It is what it is. Now, whether the system they're using it for is benevolent or not, that's another question. I'm talking about what people do in the name of religion. Not that the religion itself is bad, but what people choose to do in the name of religion is bad. Because at the end of the day, human beings are upholding these religions. People are using religion as a controlling mechanism. Orange Lily for you says, I go within when I want to feel spiritual. I do the same thing because no one really knows, right? No one has a clue. You know, when you look at creation and you look at the universe, you know, something created all this. All this came, everything that exists today came from something. We just don't know what it is. We have no real concept, right? We can make guesses. We can come up with these stories, which is what the Bible is, a collection of stories, right? It's a collection of stories of accounts of different people throughout history. And what they witnessed, or what they say they witnessed, or what they felt. People, you know, they look at the stars and they try to interpret what it all means. Yes, it's allegory, right? Usually not to be taken literally. It's allegorical stories, right? You know, and so it's based on interpretation. Whatever you interpret from it is what you're going to get from it. It's basically, religion comes from trying to understand what is impossible to understand as a human being on this realm of consciousness, on this plane of consciousness. That's what religion came from, trying to understand what is impossible to understand from our point of view down here, when there's so much around us that we have no idea about. That's where religion came from. Yeah. Omega Bronzeman says zealots and extremists are too influential in religion. That's usually how it works, right? It's like a cult. Carolina Melanin says there's neither Jew or Gentile, Scythian or slave according to the New Testament. The physical place of Israel in Israel is no longer, and especially if they commit atrocities. Yeah, I mean, that's one way you're supposed to interpret it, is that Israel is not a place, but a people, a follower of Abraham. The followers of Abraham were considered to be Israel, right? So, yeah, at the end of the day, we don't know. All we know is that there's some type of energy. There's something out there. Something had to look at the engineering of the human body. Look at the engineering of living organisms in the first place. How everything is. Look at the cycle of life. Look at how animals evolve to certain degrees. You know, I mean, it's very fascinating and amazing. We just don't understand the full depth. Or Omega Brosman says, my thing is getting a bird's eye view of existence from the deepest, darkest place within self. Yes, I mean, that's all you can really do. Something doesn't come from nothing. Exactly, but we don't know. We don't know how far back creation goes, right? How far back this creation goes. And if there's a creator, where did he come from? And if something created the creator, who created the creator that created the creator? How far back do you go? It's not well understood. Anyway, much love, y'all. I'm gonna get out of here. Gotta finish doing my workout. I gotta set up, you know, I gotta fix some things off in the home office now that I'm working from home. I gotta get some things set up. Yep. Anyway, much love. Thank you to my moderators and all my supporters. I appreciate you. Thank you for coming through. Salute to Latressa. Salute to you. Yes. Much love. Like, share, subscribe. You guys go out there. Make sure you guys get your fitness on. Make sure you guys are working out. Make sure you guys are training. Make sure you guys are meditating. You know, and getting in touch with yourself. And yeah, you guys are going to be great. All right. Have a great day. I'll holler at y'all later. A little bit later this afternoon. Salute to Big Chris. Salute to you, man. No problem. Much love, like, share, subscribe. We're going to keep marching forward to our freedom and truth. Peace.